There are many different tools people usually use to carve a pumpkin. An extension cord, a hammer and chisel, an angle grinder, and the list goes on. But what if nature included the best carving tool with the pumpkin itself? The stem of a pumpkin can go through drywall, so why not another pumpkin? In this video, we finally find the answer man has been looking for since last Tuesday. Can you carve a pumpkin using only a pumpkin? Now, to carve a pumpkin, it helps to first have a pumpkin. I took a trip to my locally owned pumpkin patch, and after feeling thoroughly ill-equipped, I bought the best-looking cucurbita peepos they had to offer. The first thing you want to do before carving is choose the design you want to make. For me, this usually means an hour of scrolling through really cool designs that I'm too artistically challenged to make, crying, and then settling on Old Faithful. Now that I've chosen my design, it was time to grab my carving tools. I chose some pumpkins with different stem sizes because I didn't know which would be best. It was time to see if a pumpkin stem could even carve into a pumpkin. It wasn't looking too promising. They must have watered this pumpkin with electrolytes because even with using the stem, it was very hard to get through the skin. And if you're into pumpkin carving ASMR with a fat dude's heavy breathing, these next 5 seconds are dedicated to you. Carving was slow going, and it took me just over 7 cheeseburger consumptions to make a moat around the stem. For all you non-Americans out there, that equates to roughly 10 minutes. But by using the same thought process I assume my ancestors did, I discovered new technology. If I used the pumpkin body as a hammer, I could get the stem perfectly stuck and create the modern-day Excalibur.
Oh no. No! No!
Since I can't use any other tools to pull it out, I decided to double down and drive another stem in next to the first. Miraculously, this worked, and I was able to get my priceless carving tool back. Using this prehistoric method did 2 things. 1, it activated the monkey neuron in my brain, and I really liked using a pumpkin as a hammer. And 2, it allowed me to finally carve out the top. After cleaning the top off, I realized I had an issue, but I guess that's to be expected when your cutting edge is an inch thick. Won't be needing that anymore.
Kobe!
The next issue I faced was where to put the guts of the pumpkin. I can't use a bowl, since that would be cheating, and I don't want to dirty my table. But you know what is conveniently bowl-shaped? The only problem with this idea was that I accidentally bought an indestructible pumpkin. I just simply couldn't get the stem to penetrate the skin. Unluckily, my camera then broke and I didn't get the footage of me perfectly carving it out using the stem. But now I could finally gut the pumpkin and the bowl worked perfectly. I was actually pretty impressed with how clean I could get the pumpkin, and you're not able to see that here because it's the worst cinematic shot I've ever done. Sorry, I thought it'd come out cooler. With that, there was only one thing left to do. I cannot stress enough how much I don't recommend carving a pumpkin this way. It took me over 60 minutes and 500 stem stabbings to carve this thing. One of those numbers is wrong, but I'm not telling you which. But somehow, by the grace of Jack Skellington himself, it actually is possible to carve a pumpkin using only another pumpkin. And honestly, I don't think it came out that bad. I actually think it looks scarier without the clean lines a knife would usually make because I quite literally stabbed a face into this pumpkin. Of course, after the carving is all done, you put a little candle in it, sit back, and enjoy the show. Happy Halloween, everyone.